Ladies and gentlemen, this YouTube channel vlog show is of authenticity, inspiration, and realness. It is also about personality, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here is your host of the show, Mr. Big Beefy E himself, the elder statesman of Rant and Rave, and Mr. Shenanigans himself, Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode number 1048 of the show. Thank you for tuning in. It is December the 2nd, 2023, 10:05 p.m. as we're into December right now, and the holiday season is in full gear, and we're 23 days away from Christmas, which falls on a Monday this year, which is really strange to kick off a new week. But might I digress. What happened to me today, you probably know. As you know, my Card Sharks Money Cards did premiere at 1:30, but I was gone during that time because I was at my second cousin's baby shower. She invited me, and her family invited me. They know me well. I'm a cousin. And ended up going there. I had a great time seeing my cousins and everybody else there, and it was a great day. So they thanked me for coming, which is really, really cool. And it's great to see family once in a while. And it's totally awesome, especially around the holidays. Especially you go out on a Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, evening. So, but came home, managed to get everything done. Like I said, I managed to get 2/3 of my laundry done. I got to do my hangout clothes, but I got a couple more things to do before I be able to do that. I already taken a shower, so I don't have to worry about any of that. So, let's talk about... I wrote AEW Dynamite, and I wrote AEW Collision. Eric, you are a dunderhead sometimes. And, where is my pen? AEW Collision. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, close it. All right, hold on just a second here. Collision 12 to 23. All right. Here I am thinking I forgot about Collision, but I did watch Collision, and just done with it with my friend Jordy Scow. And here's what happened. You know, there's a lot of promos about the Continental Classic Blue League. Brody King cut a promo against Claudio Castagnoli. Andrade and CJ Perry cut a promo on Daniel Garcia. Bryan Danielson and Eddie Kingston cut a promo on each other. Daniel Garcia also cut a promo on Andrade as well. So it got the Blue League match number 1. Claudio Castagnoli and Brody King battling it out. Brody King and Claudio Castagnoli, I think they're trying to battle for more points. And Brody King picked the victory, giving him 6 points. And you know what? Brody King could end up being the heavy favorite to try to... But in order for Eddie Kingston to retain his title, he's going to have to really, really bounce back. And John Moxley cut a promo on the tournament. He says it's wearing him down, wearing him out. But, you know, he says that he'll bounce back. And he's going to bounce back. Women's action. Kiera Hogan went one-on-one with Abaddon, the living dead girl. Abaddon did pick up the victory over Kiera Hogan. But then the lights go out after the matchup. And you figured Abaddon was like, is Abaddon one? But the lights went on again. Is Julia Hart smiling and staring at Abaddon, holding the TBS title. Looks like Julia Hart is issuing a challenge to Abaddon. Or is Abaddon thinking about taking that TBS title away from Julia Hart? You know, this will be a very interesting matchup with Julia Hart being dark-sided and dark-minded as part of the House of Black, and you got Abaddon, who's already dark-sided and dark-minded. So this could be an interesting match from a psychological standpoint, but at the same time, physical and mental, physicality, and mentally they're even, but physicality, we'll find out for sure if that match goes down. But the lights went out again, Hart, and then went right back on. Julia Hart disappears, and it frustrates Abaddon. So Julia Hart's trying to get into Abaddon's head. You know, bear that in mind. Alex Marvez was interviewing Samoa Joe about his upcoming title match against MJF. But then Roderick Strong and the Kingdom said, hey, remember, Max is the devil. You know, who was the one in the mask. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole swerve was Roderick Strong and the Kingdom behind the masks themselves. Who knows? A lot of mind games been thrown around by Roderick Strong. So, who knows for sure. Then that leads to the Continental Classic Blue League match number 2. Daniel Garcia versus Andrade El Idolo. And I just realized something. You know, CJ Perry looks very, very gorgeous. Miro, I'm jealous of you. And then, but Matt Menard was on commentary. No one was supposed to allow it at ringside. No, you know, but, you know, except for the commentating table is at ringside. You know, like Matt Menard better be careful not get involved in the matchup, or else Daniel Garcia will lose a point. But in the end, Andrade did win the matchup. Willie Mack cut a promo on Wardlow. It's like Wardlow has been disrespectful, so. And so it looks like Willie Mack and Wardlow are going to go one-on-one. That's going to be another big meaty man slapping meat kind of matchup. And then Roderick Strong cut a promo on MJF and Samoa Joe while heading Kingdom heads to the ring against the Iron Savages. And the Kingdom ended up winning that matchup, but Roderick Strong fell off his wheelchair, and they're trying to help him up. Clumsy. Lexi Nair interviewed Ethan Page, and Ethan Page says that, you know, AEW is going to be in Montreal, but he says he would like to take on the greatest Canadian wrestler in the world, and that would be Kenny Omega. He's issued that challenge to see if see who will be the best Canadian wrestler in AEW. We'll find out for sure when that match goes down. The team of Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels took on the team of Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews of the House of Black. House of Black been on a roll. Brody King won earlier in the match against Claudio Castagnoli, and Black and Matthews ended up winning their match against Sydal and Christopher Daniels. The lights go out. It was like more mind games, but FTR appears. And then Malachi Black talks to Dax Harwood, and he says, would you want to join the House of Black? But then an FTR kind of turned them down. They started attacking, House of Black started attacking FTR, and then in a document, Mercedes Martinez was responding to Willow Nightingale's little challenge there, so we'll see what happens in that encounter. Renee Paquette interviewed the AEW Women's World Champion, the lovely, the gorgeous, the curvaceous, the vivacious, the vintage, and total beauty, timeless Toni Storm, who has been knocking Sky Blue. Meanwhile, after commercial break, Sky Blue responds to Toni Storm, and then she goes, my chin is up, my tits are out, that's what she said. And he said, I'm going to shove that shoe straight up your rear end. And I was like, Lord have mercy. Then they had the documentary between Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, been best friends since probably the mid-90s or something like that. And so as they're going to be fighting each other this coming Wednesday for the TNT Championship. El Hijo del Vikingo went up against Kip Sabian. This was a heck of a matchup. Vikingo won the matchup, but then when he went to go reach his hand to shake hands with Kip Sabian wanted nothing to do with it. Meanwhile, Lexionier interviewed Keith Lee, and as he was about to talk, Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty confront him and interrupt him, and then he issued a challenge to Keith Lee. He says, you and me, final battle. And Keith Lee looks at him. Challenge accepted. Calm manner. You gotta love Keith Lee and his calm demeanor. Totally awesome. Meanwhile, Lexionier also interviewed CJ Perry, but Miro tried to burst into Andrade's locker room, and then CJ Perry goes, you have any love in your heart for me? You chose your path, I chose mine. But you have any love in your heart for me? Don't touch my clients. And he goes, oh, fine. I won't touch your clients. I won't hurt them. You know, I think CJ Perry should keep it strictly business with her clients. Or else Miro could end up ripping someone's spine out at this rate and time. So, but again, as gorgeous as CJ Perry is, I'm jealous of Miro, to be totally honest. Then the main event, the Continental Classic in the Blue League, Eddie Kingston versus Bryan Danielson, looking for first points on the board. And this was a hard-fought matchup between both men. And in the end, though, Bryan Danielson did win, picking up 3 points, but and that will be the third loss in a row for Eddie Kingston. Something's got to give with him, and he's behind the 8 ball with no points in the Blue League Classic, in the Continental Classic Blue League. So him and Garcia need to get going. So, and in the end, though, Bryan Danielson saw a sign, fan sign that says Eddie is a bum in the cardboard, and he places it in the ring and places it on him. I'm sure Eddie Kingston will be pleased, and whoever the fan is that wrote that, you're in trouble. So, yeah, so that's AEW Collision in a nutshell. Tomorrow I got the New England Patriots playing the Chargers at 1. And after that, who knows? I'll probably play another video game. Who knows? For sure. What's going to happen? You know, the holidays are unpredictable this time of year. And it's the last month of 2023. And also we're about, we are basically 29 days left of this year. 29 days left. Be insane. So that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1048 is complete. AEW Collision Event Center for December the 2nd, 2023. So I'll see you guys later. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
This concludes today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A big beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bova Telepictures and Distribution. See you next time on another episode of the show. Goodbye for now.